news. Up next, it's Truth or Fake. Carolina Marchand-Abreu is here in studio. Carolina, tonight, China taking a jab at Donald Trump's trade war. Chinese manufacturers allegedly exposing the truth behind the production of luxury goods. Tell us more about that.
That's right, Sharon. That in response to Trump's tariff hikes, Chinese factories are flooding TikTok with viral content claiming to expose how luxury goods are really made in China. For brands such as Gucci, Prada, Louis Vuitton, Hermes, all the way to Lululemon and Nike, as they say, their same factories produce the same products for a fraction of the cost. This creator, for instance, says this Dior bag that costs $6,000 in boutique only costs him $300 to make. On TikTok, the discussion hashtag China manufacturer is trending with over 11,000 posts where content creators are listing Chinese manufacturers so that consumers can buy directly from their factories. The man driving the debate, this user at Sendbag2, with this video that has garnered millions of views on TikTok, this Chinese manufacturer claims that many high-end products, for instance, here he shows the infamous Birkin bag, is actually made in China. So we'll summarize a bit. This user claims that 80% of luxury handbags are made in China and that the finishing touches, for instance, labeling and packaging, is done in Europe. In addition to demonstrating the production process, users like these also offer viewers advice on how to directly order from their factories with these type of links in order to avoid markups and reduce tariffs, urging American users to bypass the middlemen and to buy directly from their factories in China.
So are these handbags really made in China then, Catalina, like these manufacturers are claiming?
Well, Sharon, for the most part, the answer is no, at least when it comes to the major players in the luxury fashion industry, such as Hermes, with purses that, as they claim, can reach up to $38,000 or more. You'd actually expect labeling to be truthful. Hermes, according to their website, our objects are produced in France, mainly produced in France, across 60 different production sites, while the network, they say, is supplemented by 12 other manufacturers in other countries, including Switzerland, Italy, the UK, the US, Portugal and Australia, however, not China. Then let's take a look at Louis Vuitton, for instance, also targeted in the fake claims on TikTok, who say their leather goods are exclusively produced in their workshops located in France, Spain, Italy, and the US, not China. Also, while these videos on TikTok claim that luxury bags are made in China, that is very unlikely under the strict labeling regulations that exist in the US and the EU. To be labeled made in France, for instance, the product must have undergone its last substantial transformation in France, meaning that 45 to 50% of the unit cost price must be acquired in France. Experts cited by The Independent claim that these viral videos on TikTok are likely an effort of counterfeit manufacturers in China to take advantage of the tariff chaos to boost their sales. A very clever way to take advantage of the actual geopolitical situation to drive demand to their websites.
Finally then, Catalina, what has been the reaction overall to these videos?
Well, Sharon, these videos have sparked a global debate on TikTok and X as some users feel scammed by these allegations or alleged revelations online, rejoicing at the idea of paying less for luxury items. This user says, today I found that a Birkin bag costs about $1,300 to make instead of the $38,000. According to the fake claims, others say that they will never buy designer bags again after finding out about these Chinese manufacturers. They say not worth it, while other users are also compiling a list of different factories and vendors to buy from China in order to avoid these tariffs. The truth is, these websites are nothing new, no new revelations here. The counterfeit market has always existed, China taking the lead. China actually has the largest counterfeit market in the world, with counterfeit and pirated goods from China accounting for 75% of the value of these type of goods that were seized by the U.S. Customs in 2021. And in the past, it seems that China was a bit more strict about counterfeit laws. However, they seem to be loosening them in response to Trump's trade war. According to Glitz, China is expected to open the floodgates of counterfeit to play into this economic duel with the U.S., Russia had a similar reaction in response to American support for Ukraine, allowing knockoffs of luxury items and others in their domestic market, an economic weapon in their war against escalating tariffs.
Catalina, thanks so much for all of that. That is tonight's Truth or Fake with Catalina. Do stay with us. We'll be right back with more world news.